Hey everybody, it's Nikki, and this is the results of the evening's festivities, my first spin class. So there are 3 bags of vegetables. You can't see the third one. Oh my god. So the other one is on my butt because spin class looked awesome. You know, you see it from outside. Everybody's just, you hear the music pumping. You see everybody going, standing up and down. I'm like, I could totally do that, you know? I can totally do it. But I didn't realize that the seats are very small. And I'm very large on top still. And I almost gave up in the middle of the class because my knees were hurting and I was still popping up. And the teacher, I started to get off the bike and the teacher's like, "Don't go. You're doing so good. You're popping up and everything." I said, "Yeah, because my butt hurts so bad." And I'm pretty sure I crushed my lady parts. I did crush my lady parts. She laughed at me. I was like, she's like, "You get used to it." I'm like, "Really? I get used to that?" Oh my God. So now we're sitting on some peas and some frozen lentils and some frozen green beans and cauliflower. There's more than one way to use your vegetables. And it feels pretty good. Even though I am in a state of recovery, you know, I feel really good, you know. It was exhilarating. I sweat. I got a good workout and it was so much fun. So yeah, even though it seems like I screwed myself up right now, but I really didn't. It's just, you know, recovery and you know, I feel great. And I've been steadily doing things like this during the weight loss process and previously. When I first got sober, my sponsor told me to make a bucket list. And I did. I made a list of all the things that I've always wanted to do, but I had always dreamed about, even simple things, you know, like learning how to drive stick. Um, what else did I think about? Traveling further than, you know, 2 states away. Going on a job interview for a place that I think I would never get a job at. Just, you know, small things, big things, you know, owning a car, owning a home, you know, and I one by one started doing things from this list and it really inspired me to do more and to go after more. And the best part about that is that even though I had to rebuild my life back to where to better than it was before because it was pretty crappy, um, that I got to. So the more things I accomplished, no matter how small, the better I was feeling about myself. And my self-esteem started blossoming. And, you know, I remained, you know, my life started changing. Things started to get so much better. And I felt, you know, a peace and a peace with myself that I'd never, ever felt before. And recently I've seen a couple of speakers, 12-step recovery speakers, and listening to Dr. Lyle and his self-esteem lecture. And seeing Heather Goodwin speak, it has motivated me to do another bucket list about weight loss. So, number one on the list was to do a spin class, and I did it. So, you know, even though I broke my lady parts, I feel pretty good about myself. Maybe when I go to yoga tomorrow, they'll heal a little bit. Oh my God. So, there's a few more things on there that I started to put on. In September, I'm going to the Ultimate Weight Loss Conference, and one of the things I wanted to do was do the zip line Slotzilla on Fremont Street, and also do some indoor skydiving. And the weight limit for that is, I believe for the indoor skydiving without any restrictions, is 250 pounds. And safely under the weight limit for doing the zip line would be 250 pounds. So that's my goal, to get down under the weight limit so I can ride Slotzilla and skydive inside. So that's a big one, but there's other ones that I'm still doing. So I'm gonna finish making my list, and the spin was the first one. And I had always wanted to do yoga, and now that's like a daily part of my life. I can't imagine my life without yoga. So it's all these esteemable acts that are going to build your self-esteem. Somebody told me that once, and that's the very thing I started thinking of when I heard Dr. Lisle speak about self-esteem. Because I always would focus on the outside things and weight loss and how pretty I can make myself look and getting compliments, because I felt like if the more compliments I got, the better I felt. And it did feed me for a little while, but it never lasted. It was, fleeting. And these other things that I've done, they stuck and they stayed, and I still have them. No one can take that away from you. You can't erase it. It's there forever. Once you accomplish something like that. I quit school, and after, getting sober, I went back to school and I started where I left off instead of starting from somewhere else, trying to start off higher and try to skip a few steps. I went back to high school. I graduated with honors, and went back to college, and all these things that I had done, these things I was terrified to do, I did them. And I went to vocational school and graduated there, found my own externship. All these things built up so much confidence in me, and made me proud of who I am, and made me comfortable in my own skin. So even though I gained a lot of weight after that, there's these things that I've done that I know I can do it. Sometimes it gets hard, you get stuck, but I know I've done it once, I can do it again. And so what I want to say are, hey guys, what's your bucket list? What are some of the things that you've always wanted to do, but you thought you were, that you weren't good enough, that you couldn't do it, that you were too big, too small, whatever. Something stupid, something important, anything. Make a bucket list and share it with everybody. I'd like to see you post about it here. Make a comment. I'm going to finish mine and I'll post mine as well. So it's going to be fun. So the first one that I did was the driving stick when I got sober, and I still drive a stick shift to this day. I taught myself how to drive stick. I bought a car, a manual stick shift car. Didn't even know how to drive it. My mom thought I was crazy. I said, I don't care. I'm going to learn how to drive it. I got in it and I drove like half a block and I stalled in the intersection and people were honking and screaming at me. And I was crying. I'm like, why did I do this? Why? I'm so stupid. Why did I do it? And my roommate, she told me she came and saved me. And she told me, just put your foot on the clutch and ride the clutch. Who cares if it sounds terrible? Just do it until you get the feeling of it. You'll get it. And within 2 days, I was driving. I was doing it. And I loved it. I love it. I still love it. I can't drive a car unless it's manual because I feel like I don't really have control over the car. Like I need the control of the car. I have a lead foot too, so it's a pretty bad idea. So what are your dreams, guys? Tell me something you want to do. I think it's really important to do it. It's helping me. It's helping me not lose track of me, of not losing track of the purpose that I have to get better. Because it's all one. I'm healing my whole person. I'm attempting to heal my whole person. Frogs. Oh my God. I think that's my cue. It's time to stop talking now. So yeah. So my next exercise adventure is going to be Zumba. I think that's going to be a little bit different than spin class, but I'll still go back to spin class. It was fun. I just have to get a gel seat. And I want to thank you guys for subscribing to my channel. It means so much to me. I love hearing from everybody. Sometimes if I don't answer right away, it's because I'm crazy, things spun all the time. Very busy. But I'm always checking and reading posts, so I thank you so much. And so until next time, nighty-night, sleep tight. See you soon. Bye.